In the bustling heart of ancient Athens, a sudden discovery was made, a discovery that would change the course of philosophy forever. Today, we delve into the wisdom of the Stoics, unearthing 10 ways to stop overthinking and start living. Overthinking, it's a modern epidemic, but what if I told you that the solution was discovered over 2,000 years ago? The Stoics, philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome, mastered the art of clear thinking. They developed techniques that we can use today to free ourselves from the chains of overthinking. Now, let's take a twist in our journey and explore these techniques. From the teachings of Epictetus to the writings of Marcus Aurelius, here are 10 Stoic practices to help you stop overthinking. Number 1. Understand what you can control. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, taught that the key to peace of mind lies in distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot. He said, "We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control?" Overthinking often stems from our desire to control every aspect of our lives. We worry about outcomes, about people's opinions, about the uncertainty of the future. But the truth is, many of these factors are beyond our control. What we can control, however, are our own actions, reactions, and attitudes. We can choose how we respond to events, how we treat others, and how we view our circumstances. This is where our true power lies. So, the next time you find yourself overthinking, pause and ask yourself, is this something I can control? If it isn't, let it go. If it is, decide how you want to respond, and then put your energy into that response. This simple shift in perspective can help reduce overthinking, alleviate stress, and bring more peace and clarity into your life. Number 2. Practice negative visualization. Negative visualization is a powerful technique used by the Stoics to manage expectations and reduce worry. It involves visualizing the worst-case scenario and coming to terms with it. The idea might seem counterintuitive at first. Why would anyone want to imagine the worst? But the Stoics believed that by doing so, we can reduce the impact of negative events and appreciate what we have now. For instance, imagine you're worried about a big presentation at work. You're overthinking every detail, every possible thing that could go wrong. Now, apply negative visualization. Imagine the presentation goes horribly wrong. You forget your lines. The audience is unresponsive. Your boss is disappointed. It's not a pleasant thought, but stay with it. Ask yourself, is this survivable? The answer is almost always yes. You realize that even if the worst happens, you'll still be okay. You'll learn from it, you'll grow, and you'll do better next time. This realization can be incredibly freeing. It can help you let go of your fears and anxieties, reducing overthinking. It allows you to focus on preparing for the presentation rather than worrying about it. Remember, the goal of negative visualization is not to become pessimistic, but to understand that we can handle whatever life throws at us. It's a tool to foster resilience, reduce anxiety, and ultimately, stop overthinking. Number 3. Live in the present. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, frequently emphasized the importance of living in the present moment. His personal writings, collectively known as meditations, are filled with reminders to focus on the here and now. Overthinking is often a result of our mind wandering into the past or future. We replay past mistakes or scenarios over and over, or we worry about future events that may or may not happen. This constant time travel of the mind can lead to stress, anxiety, and of course, overthinking. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not let the future disturb you, for you will arrive there, if you arrive, with the same reason you apply now to the present." In other words, deal with the future when it becomes the present, because it's the only moment you can control. To practice living in the present, one can engage in mindfulness exercises. This could be as simple as focusing on your breath, paying attention to the sensations of your body, or actively engaging in whatever task is at hand. When your mind starts to wander into the past or future, gently bring it back to the present. By training yourself to live in the present, you can reduce overthinking. You'll find that life becomes more enjoyable when you're fully engaged in the present moment, rather than being lost in your thoughts. Number 4. Practice dispassionate observation. The Stoics were keen observers of their own minds. They understood that our thoughts and feelings are not always a reflection of reality. They can be distorted by our biases, fears, and desires. Dispassionate observation involves stepping back and observing your thoughts as if you were an impartial third party. Instead of getting caught up in your thoughts or judging them as good or bad, you simply observe them. You see them as they are, not as they feel. For example, if you're feeling anxious about a meeting, instead of thinking, "I'm so nervous, I'm going to mess up," you might observe, "I'm having the thought that I'm going to mess up." This subtle shift in perspective can have a powerful effect. It allows you to see that your thoughts are just that. Thoughts. They're not facts. They're not you. This realization can help you detach from your thoughts, reducing overthinking. Remember, it's not about suppressing or ignoring your thoughts. It's about observing them without judgment. With practice, you'll find that your thoughts have less power over you. You can choose whether to engage with them or let them pass, like clouds in the sky. So, the next time you find yourself overthinking, try practicing dispassionate observation. It's a powerful tool for gaining clarity and peace of mind. Number 5. Use reason over emotion. The Stoics placed great emphasis on the power of reason. They believed that our emotions are the result of our judgments, and by changing our judgments, we can change our emotions. Overthinking is often fueled by unchecked emotions. We get caught up in our feelings and let them dictate our thoughts. But the Stoics taught that we have the power to choose our responses. We can use reason to challenge our emotional reactions. For example, if you're feeling anxious about a future event, your mind might be filled with thoughts like, "What if I fail?" Or "What if people judge me?" These thoughts can spiral out of control, leading to more anxiety and overthinking. But if you step back and apply reason, you might realize that these thoughts are not based on facts, but on fears. You might ask yourself, is failure really that bad? Or is it an opportunity to learn and grow? Do other people's judgments really define my worth? By questioning your thoughts in this way, you can disrupt the cycle of overthinking. You can replace fear and worry with acceptance and understanding. Remember, it's not about suppressing your emotions. It's about understanding them, questioning them, and responding to them with reason. This is the Stoic way of overcoming overthinking. Number 6. Acceptance. One of the cornerstones of Stoic philosophy is acceptance. The Stoics believed that we should accept things as they are, not as we wish them to be. They taught that it's not events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Overthinking often arises from a refusal to accept reality. We get stuck in a loop of what ifs and if onlys. What if I had done things differently? If only things were this way or that way? But these thoughts only lead to more overthinking and don't change the reality of the situation. The Stoics advised us to accept reality as it is. They believed that everything happens according to nature and a universal reason. By accepting this, we can reduce our suffering and eliminate a lot of our overthinking. For example, if you're overthinking a mistake you made, instead of dwelling on what you could have done differently, accept that what's done is done. You can't change the past, but you can learn from it and make better decisions in the future. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation or apathy. It means understanding that things are as they are, not as we want them to be. It's about letting go of the things we can't control and focusing on the things we can. So, the next time you find yourself overthinking, try practicing acceptance. Accept the situation as it is, learn from it, and then let it go. You might find that this simple act of acceptance can help you stop overthinking and bring more peace and clarity to your life. Number 7. Practice virtue. The Stoics held virtue, moral and ethical excellence, as the highest good. They believed that a virtuous life is a good life, regardless of external circumstances. Virtue, according to the Stoics, is a state of character concerned with the judgment of what is good and bad. It involves 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom is the ability to distinguish good from bad. Courage is the ability to confront fear, pain, and uncertainty. Justice involves treating others with fairness even when they have done wrong. And temperance is the exercise of self-restraint and moderation in all aspects of life. When you strive to be virtuous in your actions, you focus on what truly matters: your character and your actions. This leaves less room for overthinking, which often involves worrying about things outside of your control. For example, if you're overthinking a decision, instead of getting lost in the what-ifs, focus on the virtues. Ask yourself, what is the wise thing to do? What takes courage? What is just? What is temperate? By focusing on virtue, you can make decisions that you can be proud of, reducing the need for overthinking. Remember, practicing virtue is not about being perfect. It's about striving for moral and ethical excellence in all that you do. It's a lifelong journey, but one that can lead to a life of fulfillment and peace. Number 8. Memento Mori. Memento Mori, or remember that you will die, is a powerful Stoic practice that reminds us of the impermanence of life. It's not meant to be morbid or depressing, but rather to inspire us to make the most of our time and to focus on what truly matters. Overthinking often arises when we lose perspective, when we get caught up in trivial matters and forget the bigger picture. But remembering our mortality can help put things in perspective. It reminds us that our time is limited, that every moment is precious. For example, if you're overthinking a decision, reminding yourself of your mortality can help you realize that, in the grand scheme of things, most decisions aren't as monumental as they seem. It can help you let go of fear and indecision and encourage you to take action. Memento Mori also reminds us to appreciate what we have right here, right now. It encourages us to live fully in the present, to savor our relationships, and to pursue our passions. So, the next time you find yourself overthinking, try reminding yourself, Memento Mori. Remember that life is fleeting, and let this reminder guide you to live fully and authentically, free from overthinking. Number 9. View from above. The view from above is a powerful Stoic technique that involves visualizing your life from a great height or distance. It's a form of meditation that encourages us to see ourselves in the context of the larger world and universe. Overthinking often occurs when we get too caught up in the minutiae of our lives. We obsess over small details and lose sight of the bigger picture. But the view from above technique can help put things in perspective. Imagine looking at your life from the top of a mountain. From this vantage point, your problems might seem smaller, less significant. You can see how they fit into the grand scheme of things, how they're just one part of your life, not the whole. Now, imagine going higher. Picture yourself looking down at the Earth from space. From this height, even the biggest problems seem insignificant. You realize that you're part of something much larger than yourself, part of the vast cosmos. This shift in perspective can help reduce overthinking. It reminds us that our worries, our fears, our overthinking are just a small part of our existence. It encourages us to focus on the things that truly matter, the things that contribute to our overall well-being and happiness. So, the next time you find yourself overthinking, try practicing the view from above. It's a powerful tool for gaining perspective and reducing overthinking. Number 10. Amor Fati. Amor Fati, or love your fate, is a fundamental Stoic principle that encourages acceptance of everything that happens in life, whether it's good or bad. The concept was famously embraced by the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who saw every event in life, positive or negative, as something to be welcomed. To him, everything that happened was a necessary part of the natural order of the universe. Overthinking often arises from a fear of the future and the uncertainty it holds. We worry about what could go wrong, what obstacles we might face, what losses we might suffer. But Amor Fati teaches us to embrace whatever comes our way. Imagine if, instead of fearing the future, you could welcome whatever it brings with open arms. Imagine if you could see every event, good or bad, as an opportunity for growth and learning. This is the essence of Amor Fati. Practicing Amor Fati doesn't mean being passive or resigning yourself to your circumstances. It means actively embracing your life as it is, with all its challenges and uncertainties. It means seeing every experience as a necessary part of your journey. So, the next time you find yourself overthinking, try practicing Amor Fati. Embrace your fate, whatever it may be. This acceptance can help reduce overthinking by eliminating fear of the future and helping you to live a more peaceful and fulfilling life. These practices are not a quick fix, but with consistent application, they can help you break the cycle of overthinking and lead a more peaceful, fulfilling life. As we go through each practice, remember, the goal isn't to eliminate all thoughts, but to learn how to choose our thoughts wisely. By applying these Stoic practices, we can achieve a state of tranquility, free from the turmoil of overthinking. Imagine a life where your mind is at peace, where you're no longer a slave to your thoughts. That's the power of Stoicism. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Start your Stoic journey today. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into Stoicism and self-improvement. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for notifications on future videos. Until next time, keep seeking wisdom.